is up? It's your girl Rachel with Nighttime Mommy Reviews, and today we're going to be making whole chicken along with baby potatoes. You guys, an hour and 7 minutes, and we have this beautiful whole chicken ready to go, and crispy baked potatoes or baby potatoes made right in the oven at the same time. So dinner is done in one swoop using this oven. You guys make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed, and if you're interested in any of the items that I used today in the video, be sure to check the description box below. But let's go ahead and dive right in. So to get started, I have my 5.85 pound, almost 6 pound chicken here. This is a whole chicken. I also have my bag of seasonings. I always have a bag of seasonings on the side just in case, you know, I'm going to make chicken or I left chicken in the freezer and I need to take it out. I'll put it in the Instant Pot and have it ready to go. But for this case, I have a bag of seasonings and I am going to leave all of them in the description. So I know I'll say it on the camera, but if you need it or if you want to mimic the recipe, then definitely I will have it in the description. But it is 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 3 teaspoons of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 3 teaspoons of thyme, 1 teaspoon of dry rosemary. Now, I don't use all of it for the whole chicken. We're only going to use so much of it. I have it in Ziploc bags just ready to go, and then I use as I need. Also, I have 3 tablespoons of avocado oil and 2 lemons, and they're fairly small. All right, so let's start prepping the chicken. All right, so here we have the chicken. Now, I did go ahead and take everything out of the cavity in there, and what we're going to want to do is start by lifting the skin. You're going to want to add seasoning in here, inside the cavity as well, and then you're going to want to place some of the lemons there, or the lemons. Oh, you want to squeeze some of the juice. So I'm just going to start seasoning and marinating and really rubbing the seasoning into the chicken here. You want to do under the skin and all around, because you want your whole chicken to be flavored. Just adding some oil to help crisp up the chicken all around here. I'm going to rub it in. You don't have to use all the seasoning. Now, if you do decide to do that, I recommend putting it in a little container and using, 1 to 2 tablespoons at a time, just because, as you can see, you don't want to get germs inside the bag. So for me, I will be throwing the seasoning away after. As today was just for a video, so alright, so season it really well. Alright, we're going to stand the chicken up and get some seasoning in there as well. And you don't necessarily, or you don't have to follow this recipe. You can also use salt and pepper if you want a really simple chicken. You can definitely do that. Okay. I'm going to keep bumping into this little bowl here. Okay. Okay, now for the lemon, you're going to want to squeeze just a little bit of juice in there. And place the lemons inside the cavity. Okay. Flip the chicken around. Season as well. Alright, this bird is ready to sit for a while. You want to at least let it marinate in the fridge for about 30 minutes. You can go up to 8 hours, allowing it to marinate for the best flavor. But I am going to allow it to marinate this afternoon, and then we will come back when it is dinner time and start cooking. Alright, guys. I did forget to mention, before you place it, if you decide you want to place it in the refrigerator to marinate, you will want to cover it up. What I have here for the potatoes are baby potatoes, and what I'm going to do is cut them evenly. I have 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, and I have 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of finely ground pepper. So what I'll do is first cut them, and then we can begin seasoning them. I have my 2.5 pounds of baby potatoes right here, and what I'm going to do is, I try to cut them as evenly as possible. Now, of course, your potatoes are going to come in different sizes. We can't always pick for them to be evenly sized. So just do your best to make them as evenly as possible so that they cook evenly. You're going to want to place your 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. And then what I do is I just mix with my finger all of the seasonings together so that they can be seasoned evenly as well, so that you don't have salty potatoes in one area either. So I'll just slowly start adding, and then you want to rub the seasoning onto all of the potatoes. So you can use tongs, but to make sure that they get evenly seasoned, what I'm doing is using my hands and rubbing it onto the potatoes itself. Alright, we'll be back with the with the oven. Alright, so what I did was I just added the thermometer probe. I am using my meter today. This is a meter thermometer probe, and I'll have the link for it in the description. But what you do is you connect it to a tablet or your phone, and you can set up the cook, and it will read on the actual tablet to alert you when it is done. So I am doing that here. You select the temperature, you select start cook. Now, okay. Alright, so I am going to bring the oven out, and then we can get started. So let's get started here. We'll go ahead and preheat. Now, I have just the bottom rack in. For whole roast, you want to use racks 1 and 4. I have the bottom rack, but I am also going to be using the air fryer basket for the potatoes. We are not going to add these in until 10-15 minutes in, so that they can cook at the same time and finish at the same time. I don't want the potatoes to be done sooner than the chicken, so I will put this to the side. We are going to select the function of whole roast, 375 degrees, select to level, and we're going to do an hour because I have the thermometer probe. I just don't want to have to preheat again. So let's add our chicken. Now, I have just the regular pan here, and then the roasting rack on top. So there's about 45 minutes left, and you can hear the chicken sizzling. I'm going to add our potatoes here to rack 4, and we'll be back. We are about halfway through the cooking, and the thermometer is estimating 36 minutes left. Its current temperature internally is 97 degrees Fahrenheit. It just went up to 98. So I think we may need to add more time. Now the thermometer probe does adjust accordingly, so we'll keep an eye out, and I'll just keep checking and we'll see what happens. Okay, so the thermometer is showing 165. It's time to remove from heat. So we'll go ahead and bring out the chicken. There's 7 minutes remaining, so we didn't have to add extra time. Alright. I just want to check different spots. You want to make sure you're at 165 degrees or higher. I'm using my OXO instant thermometer here. Okay, so it's at 154 right there, so we definitely need a little bit more time. I'm checking here. Just a little bit further here. Yeah, see, definitely. So it's at 130. I'm going to go ahead and pop it back in there and allow it to finish up, and then we can check on it. Really quick, I did decide to move the thermometer probe to the other side of the chicken just to get a more accurate reading. I want to make sure that it cooks thoroughly all around, so I put it in the spot where it was reading the lowest. That way we can make sure it finishes completely. So there's still almost 3 minutes left. We're at 147. degrees Fahrenheit, and we need to be at 165. I did check the potatoes, so we're going to be removing the potatoes from the oven because they are now complete. See how crispy and beautiful they look. And hopefully this will finish up very soon. We can dig it. I did forget to mention that we're going to be adding more time, so I am going to add 7 more minutes. Okay, so now the thermometer is reading 165 degrees. I just want to confirm. I'm actually going to pull out the meter thermometer here. And check. Perfect. Perfect. Let me just make sure right here. Perfect. Alright, and there we have it. We have our beautiful whole chicken along with our potatoes, which were just done about 7 minutes ago. So this is perfect. It took about an hour and 7 minutes to make our whole chicken. Okay, here is the aftermath, but I wanted to show you guys how juicy this chicken was. You guys look at that. You can see the juice just coming right out. See how shiny it is? It was perfect. Now if you do decide to get a bigger chicken, bigger than 5 pounds, I think 5 pounds it could finish in 55 minutes for almost a 6-pound chicken. It took an hour and 7 minutes, which actually is pretty great. And the potatoes, we were able to get them fairly close to the finish line. Now this is a new device, so there is a learning curve, so learn from this video. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know that there was a learning curve with the thermometer probe, so let me know if you have any suggestions on where it would be best, where I should have placed it, things along those lines. But you guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed for more videos on my channel, Nighttime Mommy Reviews. But until next time, you guys have a great night.